show of hands, who remembers the first Tekken game? Alright, pretty much all of you. Now, who remembers the first Soul game? No, not that one. This one. Okay, almost none of you. Now, who remembers Bushido Blade? That's right, none of you! It's okay. I've never played it either. But the point is, these are just 3 of the many fighting games released for the original PlayStation, of which I will be talking about just one. Battle Arena Toshinden was released in 1994 in Japan, and the following year in North America. Promoted as a killer app by Sony, it was quickly overshadowed by the aforementioned Tekken and the first Soul Edge. And that's a pity, because it was pretty well received. Or so I've read on Wikipedia. In fact, the first Battle Arena Toshinden game was well received enough to be followed by 3 sequels and an anime series, of which I will be discussing 1. So, eat some Wheaties and climb those rocky steps because the wheel of fate is turning.
Level 1, action!
What she said. Well, of course I spoke earlier of the original Battle Arena Toshinden, but that's not what I'm going to be discussing today. I have, however, played the 3rd installment, aptly named Battle Arena Toshinden 3. I got this copy at a local video game pawn shop for $10, and it was money well spent if I do say so myself. Thanks, Game Over! This installment was recommended to me over the first game because it had more characters and it controlled better. Well, we'll just see about that. Indeed, there are a lot of characters, but most of them can be unlocked. And even then, they're pretty much carbon copies of the character you played through the game with. I've gotten almost all of the characters, and every one of them has their own unique set of moves, as well as their own sob story. You got the plucky kid who wants to be a master, the emotionless guy who has an Oedipus complex, the hard-boiled cop who lost his partner. You know, anime characters. But, as annoying as those cliched character types may be, it doesn't make a lick of difference because this is a fighting game. And I choose to approach my fighting games in the same manner that I approach my shoot-em-ups or beat-em-ups. When you're having as much fun kicking the snot out of someone, you really don't care what their backstory is. And Battle Arena Toshinden 3 is no exception. Honestly, I don't remember any of the characters' backstories. I don't even know if the character types I listed are accurate. Well, anyway, about the gameplay. It's actually a little bit slow, to be frank. Pressing the buttons on the controller performs the desired action, yes, but it's still ever so slightly slow to respond. And the graphics, while typical of a PlayStation game from this era, remind me of a poor man's Sega CD game. Like the first Virtua Fighter. Not that that's a bad thing. I mean, I think the game looks perfectly fine. But it still might be a little off-putting to some gamers. For example, in the promotional artwork for one of the final bosses, he looks like this. Pretty cool, huh? But in the game, he looks like this. I don't know what you think, but I personally cannot tell if that is a man or an extremely muscular woman. Well, anyway, I'm not really sure what else there is to say about this game. It's okay, I guess. It might not be everyone's cup of tea, but at least I like it. So, I guess that about wraps it up for this episode. So that was Battle Arena Toshinden 3, and this is Space Humor crossing his fingers for the developers of Dreadline to keep their chins up. Adios.